I have been getting a number of questions asking me what I do for a living, how I make money, how I manage my money, how I'm able to travel, things like that. So the way that I make money and the way that I manage money are two different things. So I will tackle the first question, which is, how do I make money? What do I do for a living? In past videos, or in one of my past videos, some of you have seen me in scrubs and have asked me, are you a doctor? Are you a nurse? Are you, do you work in healthcare? And the answer is none of those. And you're probably especially confused if you follow me on Twitter, because I'm always talking about seeing patients or going to do presentations. I'm going to tell you exactly what it is that I do. First, I'm going to give you some background on me. I've known that I've wanted to be a doctor for my whole life since I was a little tyke. Since I wanted to be a doctor, I knew the only logical track in college was the pre-med track, so that's exactly what I did, and I ended up getting my bachelor's degree in neuroscience. Just in case you're wondering, neuroscience is science of the brain. My whole plan was to become a doctor this whole time and go straight from undergrad to medical school, but it happened nothing like that. I ended up taking time off from going straight to medical school, and I traveled. Most of you know I lived in Europe for a number of years, so I did that. I just decided that I didn't want to burn out and go straight from undergrad to medical school. I wanted to get a break. I wanted to see the world, maybe even save up a little bit of money and kind of just live my life a little bit before I got on the fast track to my career. What I also realized about myself is I'm one of those people who cannot rest. So once I decided to take time off from school and I was living overseas, I realized that I was almost kind of bored and I needed something to do, something to keep my mind active. So I decided that I would enroll in a master's program. A little less than 2 years ago, I started working on my master's, and I decided to get my MBA, and with a concentration in healthcare management. The reason that I did decide to get my MBA is because I still wanted to be a doctor, but I also wanted to own my own practice, which is essentially a business. And I knew that I would have to have the business savvy to do this. Midway through my MBA program, I ended up moving back here to the States, and I found myself in a situation where I needed to make money, and I was still in the middle of my master's program, and I had my bachelor's, so I figured I need to find something that I can do, that I can make money, that will still look good on my resume for medical school. I ended up going through a series of dead-end jobs. One of those was a job in PR, which I actually don't know how I got, but I think the people that worked for the company saw something in me, that I was relatable and that I had the ability to network and reach out to different types of people. That eventually led me to the job that I'm at now. So essentially what I do is I work in neuroscience research, but my job is kind of different in the fact that not only do I do neuropsych evaluations for participants in the study, but I also run the office here in the city that I live, and I do all of the PR, media relations, communications, recruiting type of things for the study. If any of y'all have seen on my blog, you've seen a picture of me on the news, or if you've seen some of my other videos where I talk about going to be on the morning news or things like that, that is all for my job and for recruiting and for things like that. So my job consumes a lot of my time, and it's a little piece of every one of my interests and abilities and experiences. Okay, so how do I make money, manage money, am able to take trips, things like that? Ideally, in my mind, the key to wealth or financial freedom is not just working a 9-to-5. I think if you are a professional person and you're working in the field that you're passionate about, that's fine. But I think it's important for financial freedom to have a lot of different streams of income. Now that I have my master's in business, it opens me up to a lot more opportunities and ways to make money. In the fall, I'll actually start teaching as an adjunct professor at the local university, as well as doing some other kind of media related jobs. Not only do I work my 9 to 5, but I have businesses on the side. My advice to you, or to anyone who's trying to build their career, build wealth, build financial freedom, is that just figure out what it is that you're interested in, build that passion, build that desire, build your education, whether you want to be a makeup artist or a business owner, doctor, lawyer, actress, singer. Build your brand up, gain your experience, build you a fire resume, put yourself out there, just work really hard, and you don't have to focus on one thing. You can have multiple hustles, you can have multiple businesses, and that's really, I think, how you get financial freedom and really just happiness and fulfillment in life. I'm nowhere near accomplishing my goals. I still desire to go to medical school. So in the next couple of years, I will be doing that, going to medical school and fulfilling my dream of being a pediatrician and owning my own practice. Pretty much it. That's what I do, how I make money, my career goals, all that good stuff. I hope it answered your questions for the people who had questions regarding that. Thank you guys as always so much for watching me and supporting me, and I will see you guys in my next video. Hey, I just met you, and this is crazy, but here's my